Hello, in this video we'll show you how to import and export FAQs for the Shopify Knowledge Base app, as well as some special tips to quickly format files from Excel. This app allows you to have a collection of data that can be used by AI agents to answer questions on your store. Here in our example store, we already have 2 FAQs added. We can export those by opening up Altera, and since these FAQs are stored as meta-objects, we can export those meta-objects. We'll go here, down to filters, set the definition type to question and answer pairs, and then we'll start the export. This will just take a second to run, and then we can download the output when it's finished. What we see here is the output file, so we can change this if we need to. We can set this to no, you can't, and then save that. So once that file is saved, if we want to update the FAQ questions, we can go back here, upload the file, select the modified file. The app will detect that it's meta-objects, and we'll start the import. That should just take a second to process. And then if we go back to the knowledge base and look here, we'll see our updated answer that we put into the Excel file. Now, a more common situation is that you'll have an Excel file with questions and answers here, and we want to convert it into the Altera or Matrixify format. We can do that using Excel and their Power Query tool. So first we'll go over to Data, we'll click on Get Data, and reopen up our Excel workbook. So we'll open that here and click Next. Once we see the data here, we're going to click on Transform Data, which will allow us to make some changes to the data before we import it into Excel. The first thing we want to do is use the first row as headers. So we go like that. And then we need to add a new column for the display name. We'll go over to Add Column, Duplicate Column, and we see the question gets copied over here, and we'll rename that to Display Name. The next thing we want to do is select the question and answer columns, and we can go to Transform and unpivot the columns. This gives us more what we need, where the display name is repeated for both the question and the answer, and then the attributes and the values are here. This needs to be in lowercase, so what we can do is go to Format, Lowercase, and the last thing is we need to rename this from Attribute to Field. So now we have display name, field, and value, which is just about what we need. We can go to Home, Close and Load, and we'll open this up here. Now we'll just insert one more column for the definition handle, and here we're going to paste in this value, which is Shopify --QA pair, and this just tells Altera or Matrixify which type of meta object we're editing. Once we have these, we can we'll delete the original sheet. Then we can go back here and we'll save this as a new file. We'll save it as the formatted file. Now we can pop over to Altera. We'll pop over to Altera. We'll upload the file with our formatted sheet. The app will analyze the file. We have to say we're importing meta objects. Once everything here looks good, so we'll start the import. And now this should just take a few seconds. And if we go over to the knowledge base, and we scroll down to the bottom, we'll see that we have all our additional FAQ questions just imported. So that's it. You can find Altera on the Shopify App Store, and if you have any other questions, please reach out. Thanks for watching.